What's going on, everybody? It's the Ghost of George podcast, episode number, 4? I'm sitting here, 5, whatever it is. First time back in a while, but sitting here with Bubba. Bubba's cracking up right now. And my at my vocal warm-ups. There's nothing funny about that. I think I have a bad job fading that out, but it's faded out. All right, so coming here live, not live, but whatever. Friday, December 7th, Friday before the winter meetings.
That'd be considered live. We're sitting here talking at the time. Yeah, that's live.
We are indeed live. You're not going to be listening to this live, but we are doing this live. All right, so let's get right into it. First of all, I'm going to let you take the mic right now and discuss the Patrick Corbin fallout and your source and all the controversy that goes around that with the underwear and everything beyond that. Because this is what the fans want to hear. So go.
I'll keep it brief. There was a mix-up in messages, and we're moving on. And I'm not eating underwear because I'm not killing myself from blocking my intestines.
What he thinks,
we're gonna figure something out.
What he thinks is he's not eating underwear, but he in fact is eating underwear. So don't worry, I'll talk him into it. Now, so this is what we're gonna do. So this I'm gonna tweet this out too. We got to get 1,000 views on this video. We're gonna have him eat the underwear sometime this weekend, and then once this YouTube video reaches 1,000 views, we're gonna post a video of him eating the underwear. As much as he doesn't want to do it, don't worry, we're gonna get it done. All right. That was a mistake. That was a classic mix-up. We got some beef on Twitter, but it happens.
It won't happen again.
When you're clawing your way to the top and people are afraid, they're going to try to shoot you down. We're going to go anyway. All right, so winter meetings coming Monday. What do you think about the Corbin signing, first of all, anyway? What do you think about that money? 6 for 140, right? That was the number?
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I did want him. I did kind of want him, but once you and I was looking, seeing what the possibilities could have been without him, then it kind of made me ease up on not getting him.
I mean, here's the issue right now. We're at a time where we have a lot of money to spend, but the question is, like, the players that we're going to spend money on are all 5+ year guys.
Well, yeah, big contract
including
guys.
Harper, Machado, Arenado next year, or Judge, Severino. All these guys are going to get 5+ years. Plus, we have Stan already for the next 9 years,
which is a problem.
So we got to kind of figure out where we're going to put this long-term money. I don't think they thought Corbin was the best. 6 years. They figure 5-year plan. Give.
Well, it's not even. Well, it's the fact that they were going to give him 5 for 100, but he got 6 for 140. So 1 year for $40 million. Like that's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, the annual. I think they would have matched him on the annual value. If he agreed on 5, I think they would have matched whatever the exact number was, 120 or 118, whatever the exact number ends up being. I think they would have matched that. But I mean, I don't know. I just think that they are thinking, okay, we don't want too much money in the books going forward with having, because they're gonna have to sign Judge within the next 2 years. I'm assuming.
This is his third.
This is third year.
Yeah,
so you figure he's gonna get to arbitration.
He has 2 years or 3 years of that.
Yeah. So.
You got time.
He's a year and he's going to get to arbitration. So I don't know. I think they want to lock him up. I mean, he's a guy you want to lock up early, and you don't want to wait. I mean, there's a chance that they think that they can lock him up late, and they think that he's coming back, which I don't think he's going anywhere in free agency.
No. So I think he'll be a Yankee for life. So he should be.
So there is a chance that they decide to do that instead of. But again, now you're thinking down the road, do you want to sign a guy who's going to be age 30 when his contract's up, or maybe 31? You want to lock him up for 8-10 years, or maybe you just do it now and you just get it done and you get him till his late 30s, and then you're out of that later too.
Well, I mean, I would want to lock up Judge, but there's just one big problem with the Yankees, and it's Stanton.
Okay, so here's
that's their biggest issue right now is Stanton.
Yankees fans defending Stanton right now are at a very small number.
Yeah, there's no room to defend, and
I want to at least give him his say. And the one thing about him is he's a better player than he's getting credit for right now. I mean, I know he's not the superstar that a lot of people thought he was when we got him, and he's still a top 30 or so player in the league. Now, is he worth $30 million a year? Probably
absolutely not. Probably not. Absolutely not.
But does he make us better? Yes. And that's how I want to transition to Machado as well, because Machado is the same type of player.
No,
he's a better player than Stan.
He's a much better player.
He's a guy who's going to improve the team marginally. I mean, how much better do you think the Yankees are with Machado without him this year? How many more wins?
Well, okay. Well,
let's say I'm gonna give you a hypothetical right now, right? We go out and sign Ottavino and we sign Robertson, and then we sign Happ for a 2-year deal. That team, and then let's say Brantley. How many wins do we have at that point?
Probably 6 more wins.
with Machado.
Yeah.
So you think we're a 110-win team? I don't know.
7. But the thing is if I would have Machado over Stanton 10 out of 10
No,
times.
there's no doubt about
matter
that.
what.
But the question is, can they get rid of Stanton right now?
They should.
Now, I think here's the issue with that.
But their chance is blown with the Cardinals now. There's no way that's going to happen.
Well, I think that they have to kind of take a risk in order to get rid of Stanton because the Dodgers are not going to trade for Stanton when they think they have a shot for Machado or Harper still, or whatever.
I don't think Machado's going to go back to LA.
Whatever team is interested in him heavily would also be a team interested in Stanton. I mean, the same suitors are going to be available for all three players, so you might have to wait. See where Machado and Harper fall, and then try to trade Stanton to see. The Dodgers maybe didn't get Machado or Harper, and they don't get the big splash they want this offseason. Maybe they feel the need to go out and get Stanton. But now you're kind of caught in between because do you want to take the risk and sign Harper and then not know if you can dump Stanton or not, and then now you have $60 million in the books for the next 10 years.
That's why they should have. See, I don't even know what the process was of signing him or not signing, trading for him in the first place. Well, knowing Machado's a free agent, knowing Harper's a free agent, knowing all these guys are going to be free agents next year.
Yeah, I mean, I really just think that.
I don't know. You had Judge.
I think it was partially an emotional decision. I think it was kind of Cashman was pissed off. Cashman thought they could win this year. Just they were that close last year against.
But
Houston.
You hire a first-year manager.
That's a mistake.
There's just a lot of things that contradict.
I don't mind a first-year manager. But
I do.
I prefer a first-year manager whose strength is in like managing a bullpen and managing a team instead of just talking to the media.
What did we get here?
I don't like a media face. I'm not a fan of that.
And what exactly do you consider?
Hey, I know
Aaron Boone.
I'm not a fan of Aaron Boone. I'll tell you that much.
What did we lose the division by? Was it 10, 12 games 8. Or something?
They won 108. We won 100. And I think we're in 100 next year again.
So
I don't see why. I know, like we're getting anxious now. The Red Sox won 4 World Series in the past 15 years. We've only won 1 since 2000. So now we're saying
one in what is it? Decade's 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Decade's 10.
Yeah, since 2000. It's almost 2 decades since we won.
Mm-hmm.
We've only won 1 in the last 2 decades, which is not Yankee-esque. When the Red Sox are winning every 3 or 4 years now at this rate. So I think we might get a little bit over-aggressive. I think it's possible. I think a lot of Yankees fans want that, but I think we have to keep in mind that this team is good enough as it is.
Yeah, with a manager who can manage the team. I
don't think he's going. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going anywhere.
That's why the Red Sox went. I mean, obviously they had great talent, but Alex Cora just literally outclassed, outmanaged Aaron Boone every single time they played.
No, I agree.
Every time, and he honestly took them to the World Series. I mean, they had great talent, but
all right. So instead of talking about this, let's figure out where we think the Yankees go here. So one guy I've heard rumors about is Michael Brantley. And I think Michael Brantley would be a pretty good fit for them. Now, I prefer Harper, but Brantley would be a lot cheaper option. I think he kind of fills the same void that Harper would fill. He's a lefty bat who's going to hit 30. He might hit 30 home runs in Yankee Stadium.
I don't know about that.
How many home runs did he last year?
17. He's not a power guy.
I mean, that's what we thought about Granderson. Granderson was hitting mid-20s, then he comes to Yankee Stadium and hits 40.
I don't know. Yeah, but this Michael Brantley's also going to be 32. I don't know. I'm not a fan of him.
I mean, the age and the injury concerns are definitely real. That's fine, and I don't disagree with that. And I'm definitely a little wary of that. But if you can get him in a reasonable contract, like a 4-year deal, would you do 4 for 60?
No, absolutely not, dude. I don't want.
No, I'm not the biggest fan of him either. But
I don't want a base hitter. I don't want
no, but he's got some pop though. He's got some pop. He's a 430 career slugging guy. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, he's been. He had 45 doubles. He's been a doubles guy. Those doubles will be home runs at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, but again, he's aging. I don't know.
I mean, last year was one of his best years of his career. Defensively, he's not the same as he was when he was younger. He's okay, but they think he can play first base. I think also play left and be like a fourth outfielder type. So, lefty bat him near the top of the order, kind of like split up the righties. We just need some lefty bats. That's why I'm so anti Machado. We have a ballpark built for left-handed hitters. And we think the best strategy is to get a bunch of right-handed hitters who have deep flyouts to center field in the playoffs, like McCutchen. And then Brock Holt comes in. The Red Sox, with their Benintendi and Holt, just hit cheap home runs into right field.
That's because we're banking. We're building around to beat the Red Sox. That's what it is.
Okay, but why they're building to beat us, but we're not building to beat them?
We are though.
But why is there no left-handed power on this team? Why?
I don't know.
I mean, it's an important thing. Say it to the mic. I'm mad at you now. Let's go.
What do you mean? Well, I don't understand why you're mad at me. I don't make the decisions. If I made the decisions, things would be different.
You're very strongly pro Machado.
Yeah, and I still am.
Now,
because Machado's the best player available in free agency, hands down.
You want an all right-hand lineup for the first half of the season, minus Hicks.
Fuck it. Why not?
Like I just said, we have a ballpark that is built for left-handed power.
Okay.
So why not capitalize? Why not have a cheaper option, a guy like Brantley or a guy like Harper, even if you want to spend money, a guy like Daniel Murphy, who's going to hit home runs just based on these.
Daniel Murphy, Michael Brantley. You know what those two have in common?
They're cheap.
Bums.
They're cheap.
They're bums.
They're
That's
cheap.
what they are. They're bums.
They're cheap.
They're aging bums. But there's nothing wrong with having fucking all. I didn't mean to swear, but all righties in the lineup at Yankee Stadium or anywhere.
There is though. There
no,
is.
Not at all.
What?
Because righties hit righties better than lefties hit lefties, and
that's fine.
Righties mash off of lefties.
That's fine. But not Yankee Stadium. I mean, you have a lot of cheap home runs that you can have. Like most of the pitchers are right-handed pitchers in baseball. So
okay, well, here's the thing. Judge always goes the other way. Stanton's been going the other way. Stanton started going the other way a lot this year.
They should be going the other way. You know why? But why are they going the other way? Because they're better off going to right field because they have an advantage in right field.
Okay, so play with your stadium.
That's why they love Greg Bird. Well, play with the stadium, right?
They don't love Greg Bird no more.
Well, no, they still are going to keep him. I think he might start next year.
No,
unless they sign somebody.
Because
Voice sure as hell is not the long-term guy.
I don't think there's a chance that Greg. Well, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't think there's a chance that he'll be on opening day roster. But after
I think
that,
I think they would like to sign Harper or Brantley. I think they're going to sign Harper or Brantley or Murphy.
Why can't they sign Harper and Machado?
They might.
And get rid of Stanton. There's no need to have Stanton on that team. No need.
You have to explain to me where they're going to dump the money. Where do you think the money goes? Who is willing to take it? That's a big contract, man. That's a 9. Was it 9 for 2 something left in the contract?
It's a lot. It's a lot, and I mean, he's just not worth it to me. He's just not. He did absolutely nothing. Okay,
so here's the bright side here. So we have. So Tanaka.
Bright side. There is no bright side with Stanton.
We have these next 2 years. We have Tanaka for the next 2 years. We have Ellsbury for the next 2 years.
There's your lefty pop right there.
Can you stop the soda?
What, dude?
Man, all right.
What are you so?
I'm heated.
What are you so mad about?
All right. So after next year, how much money comes off the books? That's about $40 million off the books after next year.
I'm not the one making the bonehead decisions over there. It's not me. Because if it was me, I don't think we would have lost last year.
No, I don't think so. I think we should have beat the Red Sox last year. I do.
I don't think the Red Sox. I still don't think the Red Sox were that good of. I mean, they played amazingly.
No, they played great and they had timely hitting, but I just don't think. And I think they're at least one of the top 2 teams. But I think the Yankees and Red Sox were the best teams last year, and it just didn't work out that series. In a 5-game series, you don't know.
Yeah, and kudos for baseball for having them play in the division series. So that's a good job by Major League Baseball.
Okay, so what I want to go here is I'm gonna give you a name and you gotta tell me where you think they're gonna go. So Keuchel.
Not with New York.
I don't think so either.
Not with the Yankees. Where he goes, I don't know. Atlanta. But not with New York.
So the teams that I think are be most aggressive spending, and what I imagine is a few of the big names signed during the winter meetings next week. I think Harper signs next week. I really do.
I feel like it'll be they're big contracts, so I feel like it'll be weighted out. I don't know if
that's usually the case. I just think Harper. I mean, the narrative that's being pushed out now is it's in Vegas.
Yeah, but
he's from Vegas. He wants to make a big splash.
You're signing a 10-year contract, so you have to think in 10 years, do I want to still be at this place?
I know, but I think he kind of already knows where he wants to be,
which is New York.
Yeah,
because you don't shave your head, or back during the season you had a beard the whole season, and then he comes to New York for 2 games, shaves his beard off.
No, I think he wants to be at the Yankees.
There's a sign there. Shaves his head in the off season. It's little subtle things that I feel like he definitely wants to come, and I think he will.
I think Machado wants to be with the Yankees too. I think
absolutely.
They both do, I just don't know if the Yankees are willing to pay that.
That's another thing, though. People like on Twitter are saying we got to show these people why they should come to New York, this and that. But
no, I don't.
Players want to play for the Yankees.
This narrative that's been being pushed around the last 2 years or 2-3 years is that the big stars don't want to go to New York. It's completely false.
Yeah,
just because the Yankees don't want to pay them doesn't mean that
exactly
they want to go there.
Kids grow up and make it to the majors, and their lifelong
No,
dream
but
is to play for the Yankees.
no, it's still a real thing.
It absolutely
I
is.
mean, Machado, the top. I mean, Corbin, Machado, and Harper all have stated publicly they want to play for the Yankees.
Yeah,
So to say that the Yankees are just being cheap right now. Now,
I agree.
Now, I don't. I'm very pro trying to build around young players. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to build around young players. I mean, it makes more sense. And I don't mind going cheap on certain guys, but there are certain guys that I think if we're gonna spend, we should try to spend on the right guys instead of trading for Stanton and then lose it. Because we trade for Stanton, we lose out on Harper.
Well, I think with everything going on, everything's also building to Didi's run in New York coming to an end. That's what I think, because you can't tell me Gleiber didn't look a whole lot better playing shortstop when Didi got hurt towards the end of the season.
Did he look better at shortstop than Didi, or did he look better than he did at second base?
Not comparing him to Didi. I'm saying himself, Gleiber. He looked more comfortable.
No, but,
way better.
I mean,
playing
that's fine,
short.
but I just think. I mean, I don't think that's going to go be.
I'm
issue.
not.
I don't see that. As
I'm
an
not
issue going
saying
forward.
it's like.
I think he's going to be in a highly above average second baseman.
I'm not saying it's gonna it's like something that's gonna happen that Didi's gone, but I just think it's something people should think about. I feel like that's the direction.
I would be surprised if Didi don't went anywhere.
I don't want him to. I would love him to stay his whole career.
I don't know who would want him more than we would. I don't think he wants to go anywhere.
No, definitely not.
And he's the perfect hitter. I mean, again, if you want to go all righties, let's keep getting more righties while we're at it. Sounds great. Let our lefty shortstop, Gold Glove type shortstop, go. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, dude, it's not that bad. We had a lefty in our lineup. What did he do? Bat what?
Well, he's not good. But that doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's not good. So what? That means no lefties? I mean, come on. We got to take advantage. I mean, we've had Granderson. We've had guys in the past. Every good Yankees team has had lefties. It's the house that Ruth built for a reason. Because the ballpark was designed for Ruth.
I don't know why you keep yelling at me. I don't sign the checks. It's not me that signs the checks. I don't call the shots.
Do you feel personally that we should be trying to build a left-hand dominant lineup? Or you think it doesn't matter at all?
I feel like it really doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you still got to pitch. You still got to pitch good. You still got to get timely hits. You still got to run the bases, which we don't do at all.
But I think having that advantage is important.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you have right-handed hitters who are so strong that can hit the ball 500 feet, does it really matter? Does it really matter at all?
It could.
No.
Maybe not.
No, it does not. That's.
But there's a lot of pop-ups that don't quite get out for a lot of these guys. I mean, Judge gets some cheap pop-ups to right field, but,
Everybody does.
Greg Bird hit some really funny home runs.
Greg Bird.
He hits a lot of funny home runs. That's what happens. You're a lefty with an uppercut swing.
He does a lot of funny things, too.
Whether or not he's a really good player, I don't know. But he has a lot of cheap home runs, and Granderson did the same thing.
Yeah, but cheap home runs will only get you so far.
They'll get you pretty far.
I don't know.
They'll get you those help you in the playoffs too. You're not always squaring up all this pitching. I mean, against good pitching, you're hoping to have that advantage. I mean, Brock Hole hit a cheap home run too.
There's nine positions in a lineup, and most of the time when the Yankees are playing home, they have 3 of them filled by lefties. Gardner, Hicks.
Garner's. I'll tell you one thing. Garner's not playing every day.
Well, I know that.
I promise you.
But I'm just saying, Gardner.
You know who's gonna play instead right now?
Who?
Clint.
I hope.
You know Clint bats?
Right. Okay. So clearly they want to build a right-handed team to beat Chris Sale. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to.
I don't buy that.
Because in a game 7 of the ALCS, they want to beat Chris Sale.
It really worked out this time.
Yeah.
It really worked out.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
All this right-handed hitting. And Duhar was really dominant. You know that?
Yeah. Well, why do you hate on him so much?
Oh, my God.
What's wrong with him? I know he can't field.
Don't even get me started. He can't field. That's a good start. He's horrible. He's the worst glove. He is the worst glove in the league. He is terrible.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
But... And he doesn't walk at all. So all I have is to hope that he gets extra base hits. That's all I can hope for. And he does. And that's one good thing about him. I'll give him that. He's a good hitter. But he does everything else not well. So he has to be like a superstar hitter in order to even be a very good player.
He's
good.
22 and he's showing flashes of that. It's the same. I told you this before. It's the same.
I'm not saying he can't get better.
It's the same thing with Machado. When Machado was young, he was hitting doubles and he was wondering, why am I hitting doubles? And people told him, just wait. The older you get, the stronger you get. Machado
was one of the 2 or 3 best.
I understand. I'm not talking about his glove. I'm not talking about his glove.
Well, that matters though.
I get that.
You can't just throw out the glove. I mean, it's important.
I'm not saying it's not. So that's why they're going to bring in Machado, because he's going to play third. Obviously, he'll play short to start, but he's going to play third because he said he's willing to go back to third. I mean, and when the Yankees come calling with money and you want to go there, you do what they want.
I don't buy that he doesn't want to play third. I don't buy that. That just sounds dumb.
What do you mean?
I don't buy that he really cares that much.
So what do you mean?
I don't think that he actually is that concerned about playing shortstop.
No, he's not. That's what I just said.
Yeah,
I
no,
literally just said
no,
it.
but you're saying that for the Yankees, I don't think in general it's a deal breaker to play.
But I'm
base.
saying he probably said that because he's letting teams know.
I don't know.
I only got a few teams that I really want to go to.
I don't know. I'm not really sold on the fact that he's like, oh, I want to play shortstop. I don't really. I think he wants.
Well, he
wants to
to
build his value up a little bit this year by playing short. I mean, that's what a lot of guys have done.
Well, after the season, he saw. I mean, people. He was.
I mean, what a lot of these agents do is they make their guys play different positions throughout the year, and in their contract year, they try to get them exposed to different positions. I mean, like they did with they just want to play Harper at first base. I mean, they want to do certain things like that to kind of like show a little bit more versatility out of their guys. So I think that's all it was. I don't really think he cares about playing short.
He'll play third. He's the Alex. Well, he's the closest Alex Rodriguez regen or reborn you'll see. And
He's not better than Correa.
At short?
Yeah, short. But at baseball,
I mean, obviously.
He's not better at I mean, Correa.
Hold on. You're saying Manny Machado isn't better than...
No. And just because he had a bad year because he was hurt all year doesn't mean that he's not better.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think Manny Machado... barring Mookie Betts, well, obviously, and Mike Trout, is all right, so I'll give it to him, the third best player in baseball.
He's not better than Judge. He's not.
I think he is.
He's not.
I think he is. Judge is a beast. Judge is like.
Yes, he is. That's going to be an unpopular opinion on this podcast to say that Machado's better than Judge.
Yeah, but not when he's in pinstripes, so it won't be that unpopular.
No, it still will be.
Like Judge is the face of baseball, and if I wanted one person to come up for the Yankees to win us a game, it'd be Judge.
All right then.
And then Didi behind him.
So what are we talking about then?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not, because you're trying to come at me, basically saying I'm discrediting Judge, which I'm not. All I'm saying is I think Machado is overall the better player.
Okay, so and here's the thing. What do you want to do about the fifth spot in the rotation? And more importantly, what do you think the Yankees do about it? Where do you think they go here? Because now they lost out on Corbin, which I don't think they're too upset about at this point.
Like, who do I want them to sign?
Do you think they go out and make a trade? Would you make a trade?
No, I would give Jordan Montgomery another shot because people are forgetting about him.
Well, I don't think that it has anything to do with him.
I think it
has to do with CC a lot more, and not having faith in CC.
Well, the thing is, I love CC.
The odds of him actually giving you 30 starts is pretty low.
I love CC, but I kind of wanted to just move on from him.
I mean, he's gonna stay as long as he wants to.
I understand that, but it's time.
And he's still good though. I mean, it's not like he is though.
No,
you can't say he's not good. He pitched
well
last year.
I'm saying it right now. He's
not
good anymore.
No, he's not bad. I mean, he's better than a lot of guys we have.
Dude, he can't get out of the fourth inning, and once he sees the order,
that's fine.
That's not fine.
If you have a good bullpen, what's the difference? If he gives me 4 shutout innings, I'll take it.
No,
I'll take it.
No, see, you just go. You just go based off of who you like, and then you don't care about.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, and just like
I'm the one doing that.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
And just
I'm telling you,
and just like
give me any pitcher you want.
And just like when people said they didn't want Machado to New York was because he's a bad dude, he has a bad attitude, he's smug, this and that, he's
that's
a thug.
Fine. And that's true.
No, that's bullshit. Because what have the Yankees done the past 20 years?
Have Derek Jeter and Bernie Williams.
We had great players and we won.
And
since 2000. What have we won since 2000?
Nothing.
What have we won since 2000
Nothing
with all those great players?
We won a lot with those great players.
With
Bernie and Posada and good character guys that like.
To somebody who doesn't know anything about baseball, you tell them they won World Series. So how many World Series has the Yankees won since 2000?
With Jason Giambi,
with all those good
Gary
guys.
Sheffield,
Answer my question, Andre. Answer my question.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? I'm talking about Bernie Williams.
I'm asking
Jeter
you. I'm asking you.
They won us championships in the 90s. Are you discounting the 90s?
I'm not talking about the 90s. I'm asking you.
Those are the players I'm talking about. I'm talking about those players.
I don't know why you're bringing those players up. I'm asking you.
I don't know what you're asking.
Since 2000, what have the Yankees won since 2000 for being the good guys and picking classy players? What have they won since 2000?
We haven't picked classy players in the 2000s. Do you think Jason Giambi's a classy player?
Do
you think Gary Sheffield's a classy player?
You're putting words in my mouth that I never said.
We had a lot of steroid guys, and that didn't the best character.
I want dirty players on the Yankees. Machado's a dirty player, sure. I want him on the Yankees. Why? Because he's gonna hate he already hates the Red Sox enough.
But as if Judge doesn't hate the Red Sox. Do you think Judge likes the Red Sox?
And you think Judge is gonna charge him out?
Do you think Judge is a little bit too passive? Do you think that batting 700 in the playoffs against the Red Sox, if he can only do that if you're mean, right? You can only be a dick and bat 700. You can't actually hit if you're too nice. I want
That's
guys
not
that
what
perform.
I'm saying, but
I want guys
I'm
that
just
perform
saying,
for the money. I don't care about their attitude. I could care less about their attitude, to be honest with you. I just want guys who are going to perform for the money they're making. And I think we should try to save the money where we can. And I don't know if Machado's worth the money. I don't think he is. I don't think it's worth putting that much money on him.
what about Manny Machado is not worth the money? I'm beyond the fact, other than the fact he's a righty. What's not worth it?
I mean, it's going to cost you $35 million.
What's not worth
No,
it?
he has to be a top 5 player in baseball.
Which he is.
100%? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Which he is.
Is he going to get on base 38% of the time? Probably not. Probably 350 on base, 360 on base, which I don't love. He's a good glove, but he has, some issues in the clubhouse. He didn't hit well in the playoffs last year. He seemed to be kind of a distraction a lot of time. So, I mean, I don't know. There's concerns.
A distraction.
There's concerns. He was a distraction. I mean, he was a clear distraction for the Dodgers.
I wouldn't call him a clear distraction.
I mean, it clearly didn't help him win a championship. I'll tell you that much. This is a team that was good already. Dodgers team winning 100 games.
Well, I mean, you can't do much when you have the most.
When you bat 200 in the playoffs, it was really great.
That, and you have one of the most overrated pitchers of all time.
Well, that's the
only good seasons are regular seasons, and that's it.
No, that's fine. That's fair, but I don't know.
I'm Clayton Kershaw. Seems like a good guy, but I don't like him at all. The most overrated pitcher when it comes to like talking about the best. Sure, yeah, he's the best. He's probably one of the best regular season pitchers. But that don't cut it because he can't do nothing in the postseason. Nothing.
How much do you think that is an actual, a real problem for certain guys?
What, not being able to perform in the postseason?
How much do you think of it is real, or how much do you think of it is us like overblowing it?
Well,
because what you have to
ask Stanton's 222 average against 233 average.
See, I don't think that's fair because I think
I understand it was his first time.
I think it's a very small sample size, and to say that a guy is choking or not playing well under pressure in such a small amount of games, or is performing way above his standard
but
in a small amount of games.
A lot of big time players,
I think it's overrated.
This era aren't amazing when it comes to playoffs.
Well, I think it's harder. First of all, I think it's a harder game in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, because you're facing a new pitcher every time you go out there.
Like pitchers like specifically meant to face you.
Yeah.
Like if you're Stan, they have like specifically handpicked rotation staff for you. It's not. I'm not playing the Angels.
But it's not even about that. It's just about the at bat you take.
Well, it is
when you go up there and swing at garbage, three bad pitches.
Again, a guy like Stanton's gonna have trouble against certain pitchers. Like guys that throw hard with hard sliders, right-handed guys with the hard sliders. He's gonna have trouble with that, regardless who it is. And you face more of that in the playoffs. So although he doesn't perform as well, you think, oh, he's not living up to the hype, whatever. It's the pressure. But I think it's just the game is harder for him specifically than it is for some other guys.
I mean, I guess, but it's also about the at-bat you take.
I think it's both. I mean, I think there's a combination, but I think that the game is specifically designed to make it harder for a guy like Stanton. The playoffs is harder for a guy like Stanton. His approach is harder.
He, to me, just looked scared. He looked afraid of the moment.
I don't think he was scared.
He did, though. He absolutely looked scared. He looked afraid of the moment.
And maybe
he was afraid of failure, and that's what he ended up doing.
Maybe had a slight impact on the performance, but I don't think it was the difference between him being performing and not performing. I don't know. 4
hits.
I don't know. In one series. Come on.
I don't care, dude.
It's one series.
And your contract is that big.
It's one.
And you don't perform, and what matters? I don't care. I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Okay, let's say you're hot, right? You hit all year. You're hot. You go through a cold streak. You're not gonna hit if you're not. I mean, you've played baseball, right? We play.
Oh, so, right, so I'm glad you brought that up.
So give me this, right? When you're cold, right? There's times when you go up to bat and you're cold, and it's just you don't have a bad field to play. You're just not squaring up the ball. It's just not going for you. Is that fair? Is that a thing that happen? No, is that a thing that happens in baseball?
Kinda, yeah, sure.
Okay, now in high school,
if I was in high school, think about I performed in the playoffs of our
because maybe you were hitting the ball well at the time. That's great, but I don't think it's because you have this great this like no fear of failure. I think you just were hot. I didn't care.
Fuck it.
I think you were just hot.
I didn't care.
No, but I don't think that. I think you're giving too much credit to like your mentality or mindset. I don't think that is.
And Stanton doesn't have a strong mindset.
I don't think that's a fair thing to say. I think he just was not hitting the ball well, and it was tough
because he was afraid
for him.
He was afraid.
But
he didn't do anything till June.
Has there been times that you went up to bat and said, "Wow, I'm just not squaring up the ball right now," and you go up to the up bat not confident?
No, because that's being weak mentally.
You've never went up there and say, "Wow, I'm not swinging the bat well."
Never, ever. That's being weak mentally.
You're tough then.
Thank you.
You're one tough cookie.
Yeah, thank you. I am. That's being weak mentally. Very weak. Very, very weak. Now it's on it's on a different level from high school baseball.
I don't think. I mean, again,
to
I played high school
playing
baseball as well. I
in
think
majors.
there was at bats where I went up there and I felt really confident, and I said I was swinging the bat well, and I was more confident than other at bats where I was not swinging the bat as well.
Players need to adapt the Clay Thompson mentality.
Well,
The fuck it, I live for another day. Whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna play another day.
no, I do agree that it's a part.
But Stan doesn't have that.
I agree that's a part of it. I don't think it's not, but I think it's kind of overblown. That's all. I think it's a little bit overblown.
Stan doesn't have that.
All right, so let's go.
Get rid of him. There.
Tell me what you want. What do you want for Christmas this year?
I want Stanton gone.
Okay.
I want Machado signed first, then Harper, and then bring Happ back, and I'll be happy.
How about the bullpen?
I want Robertson back. I hope Dellin Betances has another good year.
One reliever, because I think we're getting at least 2 relievers.
And then, yeah, another reliever.
So another $8-10 million reliever?
Yeah, just another reliever.
So let's add that up then. Robertson's getting at least 10, probably 12. So let's say both relievers call it 20, right? 2 relievers call it 20. Happ's getting at least 12 to 15. Let's say 15.
That's too much. That's too much.
Fine. I'll even say 12. So it's $32 million.
Much.
$32 million. Now between Machado and Harper, that's at least $60 million a year, right? At least, probably more. So let's say 65. 68 to be exact.
All right.
That's $100 million added to next year's payroll.
Get rid of Stanton.
If you can get rid of Stanton.
I don't know why we even brought him in the first place.
Well, that's a fair argument. They thought they could win this year, and they thought he could push them over the top, but you clearly didn't. A little NBA trade right here. Delver traded to the Cavs. He's back in Cleveland, everybody.
Who cares? If we can't talk football, if we can't talk
that's all I want to say.
No,
if
we can't say anything about football,
I got a
you ain't
tweet
talking
here.
about basketball. Nobody cares about
I
that. No, I don't care about Matthew Dellavedova.
All right, so
garbage.
No, I think that the Yankees. I think specifically we're looking. The number 5 starter spot is important for us right now, and I think that Happ is an option. I think we'll give Happ 2 years, and that's kind of been what's been. So then most people are reporting right now is that 2 years is what we're looking at, and he wants 3. But I think the interest is pretty high in him right now.
So then it'll go.
I don't think we get Happ.
It'll go Sevy.
I'm hoping we don't get Happ actually, because you know why?
Why?
Because if we don't get Happ, we're getting somebody really good.
Like who?
Kluber, Carrasco.
Well, if we want Kluber, we have to trade for him.
Yeah.
I don't want Bumgarner.
We're getting somebody though.
Bumgarner.
Because
Bumgarner's name fits him perfectly now.
Unless we go Kikuchi, which is possible. I don't think we go more in or Keuchel, so that means a trade. And I think it gets a little bit interesting there. You make a trade, saves you a little bit of money, and then you go and get Harper and Machado. You're all set.
Like in my head, I really think that both of them are coming, and I can't see them playing anywhere else.
I think we get one of them. I don't think we get both.
No, we definitely get one.
I think Philly gets one of them. I think Philly is going to offer one of them $400 million, or at least $370.
That's so insane.
Which is crazy. I don't want
to.
I don't want to pay him that much. I'll pay him. I'll give them both. I'll give them 10. I'll give them both 10. I'll give them both 10 for $320.
I say we just bring A-Rod out of retirement and let him get those 4 home runs.
Hey, I love that. They really did him dirty.
Oh God, dude.
They did him dirty.
I'll forever miss him. And every time I watch the video of his last game and him looking at that camera, I'll cry every time.
Terrible.
But I don't bring up Bumgarner. I don't want him. He's a bum.
Okay, so I think Ottavino wants to come to the Yankees. I think we sign Ottavino. Or I think we're going to pick up 2 relievers because right now we got going to next year with Chapman, who some injury issues lately. He's getting older up in age. The velocity might be slipping, and next 2 years, so you don't really know about Chapman. But Tan says you never know. Chad was going to hit a little bit more last year.
A lot of more.
So you don't know if that
lot of more.
Again, it could just be a year where he had,
he's still young, though.
It could be going in the wrong direction.
Or younger.
It could, just be a 1-year thing, but that's unknown. So beyond that, where do you go? So we got 3 kind of guys that you have some questions about, and then you have...
So you're forgetting about our stud reliever.
You better not say what I think you're going to say. Holder?
No. Stud reliever.
I'm missing out. I don't know.
Sessa. Garbage.
What do we got? We got... who else we got in the bullpen? Holder? Herman maybe.
Yeah,
Tarpley. I like Tarpley.
I feel like well back to Germain, Herman, however you want to say it, I feel like once they sent him down from the rotation, like they never really gave him another chance.
I don't see it. He's too wild for me.
He is wild, but he does have good
He
stuff.
does, but I just don't see it working. I like Loasiga a lot better. I like Loasiga because they have similar profiles, but he has better commands by a good amount.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, you want relievers you know you can trust.
No, I think
But which also was another thing I didn't think we did a good job of at the end of last year.
no.
We didn't do a good job of playing our young guys, which is why I'm still upset about James Paxton. I know he's built or whatever. I'm trying to think of the word. He's stable. He's a stable pitcher, but we never gave
Kind of stable.
We never
Injury
gave,
prone
we
though.
never gave Sheffield the shot he deserved ever.
I don't really like Sheffield.
Yeah,
That
but
much, to be
we
honest
never
with you.
you never know.
But I think they kind
You
of
played
know.
him you played him for 3 games coming out of the
I
bullpen,
don't
so
think,
we never
I don't,
know.
I don't necessarily agree with the fact that you need to see a guy at the major league level to kind of know. What
I
he's
think
got.
you do. You absolutely have to
Because
it's a big difference.
you can kind of see the stuff and how it plays.
Yeah, why couldn't we just give him 2 games? Start him 2 games,
They
3
could've.
games. They
could've.
didn't though. They didn't. I didn't think they did it the right way.
You know why?
Why?
Because they want to trade him,
I guess,
and
but
they didn't want to hurt the value.
I just
They the whole
maybe
time.
I didn't
they
think
said,
about
hey,
that, but
let's
maybe
not call him up. We need some pitching. Let's not call him up. Let's wait. We don't want to see him get shelled in August and September. And let's wait and let's trade him.
imagine that.
And let's trade him for
I don't
Paxton.
know. I didn't like that.
I really think that's what they did.
That's probably why.
I do think that's why they did that. And
But I don't know. I just feel like you got to give, especially in September, you have to play the young guys as much as you possibly can. Especially when you're already 8-9 games out.
unless you want to stay there and have an extra year of control over them, like they do with Glaber.
Well, that's so stupid
which
too.
they did with Eloy Jimenez and they did with Vlad Jr. And
Yeah,
all that.
I don't like that either.
That rule has to change. This whole the control and the contract setup of young guys is not right. The arbitration setup and everything. 6 years before free agency is way too long because all these teams are saying screw it. We don't have to sign free agents. Why are we gonna sign a free agent for if we can trade for a young guy who was a rookie and have 6 years of pretty cheap labor for guys who can be really good? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You might as well. The Yankees figured, hey, why not? Let's have Judge. Let's have Sanchez. Let's have Glaber. Let's have Andujar. Let's have Hicks and Didi, and let's go cheap and let's trade for Stan and get a couple guys around that. I think it's going to change. And when that changes, the free agents market will kind of open up a little bit. So I think a lot of these teams are hesitant to give these guys big money, except for the Phillies and Nationals apparently. But
I just want Manny Machado. That's all. Give me Manny Machado for Christmas, and I'll be happy with it. Whatever else comes.
Last thing before we wrap up, I want to get your opinion on the shift rule. We've talked about it a little bit before.
There's nothing about it.
There is something that they wanted to.
There's nothing they should do. There's nothing they should change. Hitters should change their approach and should change what they do.
When people say hitters should change their approach, I don't really think they should.
They should.
I think they're doing well without.
No, because they're banking on the fact that they're gonna hit a home run every time. That's what it is. So if you don't want to adjust to it and you want to continue to hit in the shift, that's your own fault.
Yeah, I don't think that these guys
down.
I don't think they really care that much. I think they figure it's still worth it to try to hit home runs.
Oh, so then we'll just complain about something that's completely stopping us.
No, I don't think
that's what it is. That's 100% what it is.
I don't think it's necessarily the players complaining. I think it's more of like
Joey Gallo. I need to pull this up.
No.
I'm pretty sure he just said something about.
No, I saw him tweet something about it, but it wasn't like I haven't seen him complain about the shift. I saw he'd be happy to have. He tweeted something I'd be excited or that's a Christmas gift for me or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
But
yeah.
I don't think that's him complaining. I think it's more of the commissioner's office thinking they don't like the lack of action. They don't like how it's strikeout or.
I don't know what to tell you, but
they like when base hits, guys run the bases, steal bases, and that's that now, and they're worried about the lack of action.
Well, that's MLB made their own problems.
I saw Joel Sherman made a good point from New York Post. He made a point. They said the NBA is kind of they're attempting to increase the action. They're trying to, for example, with the offensive rebounds rule, they changed the time. If you get an offensive rebound, it doesn't reset to 24 seconds anymore.
Yeah,
it's
that
14 seconds.
That in the hack a Shack rule, they changed that.
Yeah, they changed all these rules in order to just the offense is up, the scoring is up, and the ratings are up too.
I understand,
the
but
more action is gonna.
Can't take away.
The NFL is doing the same thing.
You can't. The NFL is lost.
It's not good.
They're lost. The NFL is lost.
They're trying to just make more offense, and it makes fantasy better. It makes the average fan come in to watch. It makes it better, more interesting, more exciting. So I mean, I don't know. And Major League Baseball is trying to do the same thing, and I don't like. I don't like it, and I wish they would
I don't.
leave it
I
alone.
don't.
But
I
I see
don't.
why they want to do it. I get it.
I
It's
don't.
gonna
I
make
don't
them money.
believe in changing a tactic or
No, you should be able to
the
do whatever you
idea
want.
of a tactic.
You
I
should be
don't
able,
like that
yeah,
at
you should be
all.
able to do whatever you want.
If managers play the numbers and play the shift, then they should be rewarded for it, and not. You can't tell somebody they can't
Yeah,
shift.
it's
There's
like
nothing they can do about
it's
it.
like when we played our pickup basketball summer league, and we tried to implement the no zone rule.
Yeah, that's just not a thing. It's not a
It's
thing.
like
You can't
that's not gonna work.
tell people to do something that's gonna decrease their chances to win a game. You can't do that. It's not a thing,
All right, so
and it's not right.
I
So
agree.
hitters just need to change their approach.
all right, let's go. Finish it off here. Keuchel to Atlanta. Machado to
New York,
New
New York.
Philadelphia. I'm gonna say Philadelphia, and I think he signs next week or within the next 2 or 3 weeks at the most. By Christmas time, he signs. Harper,
New York,
New York.
New York.
Next week, I think he signs. We're again both before Christmas. I don't think they stretch it out too long. Big names. Morton, I think he stays.
Who'd you say?
Morton
Yeah, I could see him staying.
stays. Any big trades think going down? Kluber gets traded. Syndergaard gets
I,
traded.
I don't think Syndergaard gets traded.
Carrasco gets traded. Anybody?
Well, I feel like the Indians are gonna. I think it's either gonna be Bauer, Kluber, or both.
I don't think Bauer gets traded.
Because
I think they like Bauer.
one of them is gonna get traded.
I think
One of
Carrasco is
Yeah,
most
one of
likely
the
to get traded.
One of the Indians pitchers will be traded. I think.
Which is kind of weird to me. But I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to kind of like revamp the farm system a little bit and kind of like keep the winning thing going for a little longer. I see what the point is, but you have three like top 15 to 20 pitchers in the league right now. You have three of those guys. It's it's hard to get rid of them. But again, the Tigers had Verlander. What was that team? Verlander, Price, and
Scherzer. Yep.
and they got swept.
Who else? No, they had. Who else did they have too?
I think they had Anibal Sanchez too at the time, but
Anibal Sanchez. He
was
used to be
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used to be.
no, they had those three. They had three like ace type guys. Like
Mhm.
Scherzer and Verlander, are like two of the top 5 guys right now, and it's Price too, and it was at the time too one of the best pitchers. So
Just make my life and trade Stanton and get Machado and Harper.
yeah, I think
And
I think Brantley's an option too. I think it's gonna be Harper or Brantley. I think they like Brantley. I mean I don't know. I think the Phillies are gonna be dangerous here, but I think just keep stay up to it. I think this winter meeting is gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a lot more fireworks than there was in the last couple of years.
Maybe Jeter will show up.
Maybe. Marlins, man.
I'm sorry, but Jeter. I don't think he got a clue what he's doing.
I don't know.
I don't
He's building
I
something
know.
over there.
See, I know you're gonna say something
No,
like that.
I see something coming.
because
now.
you just fall for the hype. You're just
no, there's
you're
no
a hype
hype.
beast.
I'm
That's
just
all
saying,
you are.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't think he knows
I-
what he's doing really.
They have they got some guys, and all of a sudden they're building this little farm system over there, and they're starting to, I don't know.
Maybe, but
I don't know. It's too early to say. But
dude, you trade.
I'm not
you
hating on it yet.
You trade away an MVP of the season, and then you trade away.
Do you mind the Stanton trade? Was it a good trade or a bad trade for them?
Bad. They could have kept all three of those guys.
I like the Stanton trade. I think they want to get that money.
I'm saying bad because
Two.
we ended up with them.
Ozuna, I think it was a good trade for them because I don't know the prospects. They're still kind of in the minor leagues. All the prospects.
That's a decent trade, but they shouldn't have traded Yelich either.
No, Yelich was not a good trade because what's the kid's name again? Brinson hasn't really performed.
Oh yeah.
Hasn't
They're
performed.
out, yeah, no. I'm
as
pretty sure he
much.
was their leadoff hitter, and
Yeah, he hasn't performed, but he has some upside too. He's a really good center fielder. He has some pop, so we'll see if he can. He's still young. I think he batted like 200 last year, or even lower than 200.
I don't know. I thought that they had I mean, they were what? They're only 4 games from the second wild card spot, and then everything kind of fell apart late. But I don't know. I feel like they had a good team if they kept it.
Yeah. All right, I think that's good for today, right? We got about 45 minutes here. So anything else you want to say?
Oh, you know what I want to talk about?
Go ahead. No football though.
Yeah. Well, then all right. So then
I'm
end it
gonna play you out then.
because I want to
Alright,
talk about a lot of football
so,
stuff.
We're gonna be tweeting still at Ghost of George, obviously. So check us out on Twitter, obviously. The underwear eating will happen. Just retweet this video, please. We're gonna tweet out a link, post it somewhere. We're still working on it. We're getting our feet wet a little
Yeah.
bit.
So
in the
basically,
podcast
we're
game.
gonna retitle it to "If you want to see somebody die, then there you go."
Yeah. So just give us some support if you like what you heard. If you're not,
Or if you want to see intestines get clogged up,
If
and
you-
a
if
kid,
you don't
and
care-
a kid choke and suffer and die.
If you want this 45 minutes of your life back, I apologize for wasting your time. 'Cause this is probably not the best conversation, but just check it out if you like it, and we're gonna hope to do some more stuff coming soon. But we'll see. We'll see where we're at. All right, Bubba. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next time, expect John Charneski to be joining us.
Imagine that. Imagine his ass comes around.
That's it for the Ghost George podcast, and you guys have a good night.